Who would have ever imagined that Konami would actually do this for us? New Megalith support in the core booster set Doom of Dimensions. Honestly, I'm actually kind of surprised that that they're giving us new Megalith support, considering the fact that Megaliths, when they were first announced, I think in what was it, like Rise of the Duelists or something like that. It was in one of those sets. Um, when it was first introduced in one of those sets. In fact, I think I might be able to look it up. Give me 1 second, guys. If I'm not mistaken, I believe. Um, let's see here. I guess not. I guess not. I I'm pretty sure that I talked about the megalith um archetype in a past video. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I recommend you guys check it out if you can find it. But when the archetype was first announced, everybody was hyped that that ritual based archetypes we're getting like good cards and whatnot, and apparently those who played Megalith had abused cards like pre-preparation rites, um, Manju of the 10,000 hands, and so many other cards that would make Megalith like really broken. And so Konami at that time had decided to either limit those cards to one or ban them, and now we are getting some new support for the archetype in Doom of Dimensions. But before we get to that, one thing that I forgot to bring up in a video was the tactical tri pack the tactical tri pack booster set for the OCG. Apparently, they have released a couple. They have released three brand new alternate arts for the set. So the first alternate art is for Dark Magical Circle, which I'll show off right now. Which in my opinion looks pretty fucking badass. It looks absolutely amazing. They did an amazing job with that one. Then the other one, if I can find it, is Mask Change. I never would have imagined that that they were gonna give us an alternate art of Mask Change, but it actually looks kind of cool. It actually looks pretty damn cool. Not as cool as the original in my opinion, but still it actually does look good. I'll give it that. And then the last alternate art is come on, stupid phone. iPhone being stupid, thank you. Thank you. Is Ohime the Manifested Makanko. There's the alternate art for that. And we also got as well a brand new OCG card that I don't even know if we're ever gonna get this as a prize card or anything like that. But I'm assuming that this will be a one of a kind card. So the name of the card is known as Dekopin or Decoy, if you will. And yes, it is an actual dog. 1 star light beast vanilla with 50 attack and defense, and the flavor text reads as followed. Reads as followed. And an angel of happiness that descends on the sacred mount. It's said that he lands along with his partner in order to perform a special ritual known as the ceremonial first pitch. After charming everyone with its elegant coat of fur and its cute appearance, he finishes the ritual with a high five. It's showtime along with his partner. Oh, oh, the showtime along with his partner will go on. And there's a note underneath that says this card is a collab between Otani Shohei's pet dog Dekopin, known by most English speakers as Decoy, and Yu-Gi-Oh. It was revealed today on Otani's Instagram. At current, the card is one of a kind. So I'm assuming that that this card in particular will only have one printing, which is this card, which is this printing, which will basically be this. So I'm assuming that it'll be a one time deal, but who knows? So the dog ended up delivering the first pitch, so to speak, on August 28th of last year. So that's pretty cool. So there is that. So on that note, let us get to the Megalith support. There's only 3 cards to talk about in this video, which is perfectly fine. But let's get down to business. So kicking things off, we've got Megalith Fulach. Fulach? I believe it's Fulach is how it's pronounced. Which is a 4-star Earth Rock ritual with 2000 attack, 300 defense, and it says that you can ritual summon this card with any Megalith card, and you can only use the second effect once per turn. You cannot activate both of this card's effects in the same chain. The first effect reads: if this card is ritual summoned, you can add 1 Megalith card from your grave to your hand. Second effect reads: during the main phase, as a quick effect, if you can ritual summon 1 Megalith ritual monster from your grave, except this card, by attributing monsters from your hand or field whose total level equal or exceed the level of that monster, including this card on the field. So interestingly enough, it's a play. So the name Fulach, is a play on of a combination of two different megaliths, Fool and Och and Och. Fulach. Fulach, basically. So that's actually kind of cool. But this is basically this card. But this card essentially helps you ritual climb up into a much more higher leveled, but yet a much more powerful Megalith monster, which is really cool. And also, this also acts as a sort of like a monster reincarnation, like graveyard spell and trap rota, if you will, which is really cool because you can add pretty much any card to your hand that can help you go into even more powerful ritual monsters, or even help you summon out another level 4 ritual, which can help you go into Gallon Granite, which can help you search out for even more of your rituals. So that's actually pretty sick. Which is pretty sick. Next up, we've got Megalith Notra Fulra. And yes, looking at the artwork, this looks pretty fucking badass. And it kind of looks like something out of Kill La Kill, if you will. Which, if you haven't seen that anime, I recommend you guys watch it. It is a crazy anime. But it is a 12-star Earth Rock ritual with 3,700 attack, 2,700 defense. You can ritual summon this card with any Megalith card, and must be ritual summoned by using only ritual monsters. You can only use both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: you can excuse me. You can reveal this card in your hand. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of your Megalith ritual monster's effects for the rest of the turn. Second effect reads: when your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. Then, if that effect targeted a card on the field, you contribute a monster your opponent controls. So this can essentially stop. This can literally stop everything. It can stop floodgates. It can stop hand traps. It can stop pretty much any, like any other disruptions that your opponent may have. Excuse me, which would include Underworld Goddess, Solemn Judgment. It can literally stop. It can stop pretty much everything. It's essentially an Omni negate, and it's just absolutely. It's a nasty card to deal with. It's like what would the end board be, right? Like with with the new Megalith cards, what would the end board be? It could be what, this card plus what, Galley Granite maybe, or it could be like this plus a couple of like siege monsters that have like floodgate effects, plus plus what, two floodgates, all on its own. That right there would be a very interesting board, to say the very least. But the last card of the video, it is known as Megalith Anastasis. I believe I'm saying it right. Anastasis. I think I'm saying it right. But it is a continuous spell, and the first effect is it once. Sorry. Both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: you can discard one card and a level 4 or lower and a level 8 or higher Megalith monsters from your deck to your hand. Just that effect alone is essentially double Rhoda, which is just nasty all on its own. Second effect reads: once per turn, if you ritual summon a Megalith monster, you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of these effects of this card once per turn. Draw 2, then discard one card. Tribute one monster your opponent controls. So this is essentially a mini graceful charity, and a mini I want to say a mini enemy controller, so to speak. But I think it would probably be I think it would probably be like soul exchange, maybe like a mini soul exchange. So that's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool that the card known as Graceful Charity, where you draw 3, discard 2, is getting noticed within in these types of cards. Which to be fair, we know that Graceful Charity is never coming back. 100%. We know that it's never coming back, especially with some of the current decks that are in the format. Obviously, Dragon Ruler is currently in the format. Blue Eyes is in the format. Kashtira is still broken. Tearlament is still broken. Riziel is still pretty nasty. Even Snake Eye is still being played. It's still being played, but it's not as powerful as it was when everything was at full power. But it can still make a pretty decent sized board, if you will. So that's actually kind of cool. But I will say that the Megalith archetype does have a lot of potential. I just think in my honest opinion, I feel like if the archetype were to get some extra monsters, that would be really cool. And it's weird because when you look at the rituals in Rush Duel, I found out that in Rush Duels, which is an OCG exclusive style of Yu-Gi-Oh, rituals are now extra deck monsters. Think about that for a minute. Just let that sink in for a minute, right? In Rush Duel, ritual monsters are extra deck monsters. Let that sink in. it sounds weird, right? Really, it just does not sound right at all. I know that here in the TCG and even in the OCG, um, that was the initial plan for rituals, was to make them extra deck monsters, but Konami felt like that wasn't the case. They felt like they were better suited as main deck monster, which I think it's pretty dumb, and it's a complete bullshit. In my opinion, it should definitely be extra deck monsters, giving you more space for more hand traps and potential floodgates as well. But that's my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but that's my opinion. But I feel like if the archetype did get extra monsters, like maybe a link monster, maybe even a couple of Xyz monsters, maybe even a fusion for all we know, I think honestly the deck could really shine as a very powerful strategy, 100%. But all we can do is dream. But all we can do is dream, right? And on that note, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.